wondering, the scrimmage coming up, Manny said he hadn't decided about whether to take this Tuesday, make quarterbacks. They hadn't even thought about it live. What's the thinking on that?
I have no idea. Haven't talked to Coach Diaz about it. I'm sure him and Coach Enos will probably have that conversation, but for us, it really doesn't change our mindset on defense, so I really don't know.
You saw Robert Knowles back. Any other guys coming back from some of the nicks that they've had?
I'm trying to think who else. So I guess Tyreek Martin was out for a day. He's back. I mean, really everybody's back. Amari's still being held out from a precautionary standpoint. I think that was about it.
So good shape for the scrimmage to be able to get a lot of work in.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there will be any, except for maybe Amari, anybody else missing.
Coach, in talking to Manny, what needs to get better from last season to this?
Well, we got to replace a bunch of really good players. Especially in the secondary. Right now, I think we're being exposed in 7-on-7 when we don't have our front four getting after the quarterback. So we definitely got to get better there. Better communication, but better across the board. There's a lot of good players that walked out here, like I keep saying, and you got to work to fill those shoes. And I think overall we just have to work on improving ourselves daily. Don't worry about if we're starting or not, or where we're at on the depth chart. Just worry about what we can do on that specific play to get better. But we got a long way to go still.
Your defense, you guys said that the offense now with all the shifting and all the moving has really helped make them better. Do you see that then?
Oh, absolutely. Like I say, the communication is vital. I mean, we're seeing a lot of different motion shifts, condensed splits, everything you can see. And if you don't communicate, you get exposed, which happened to us a couple times today. So that's a big point of emphasis moving forward.
DJ Ivey, we got a chance to talk to him. He's obviously a guy whose role is going to expand. Can you talk a little about what you've seen from him?
He's doing some really good things and some not so good things. Consistency is his big deal. Probably need more physical at the point of attack. But he flashes. He's a guy that got out there today with won some, and he's pushing out blades, and competition is going to make everybody better. So got to keep bringing him along and get him more confident and knowing what to do. But he's got a great skill set. His athletic ability is second to none. So got to get him, just more confident and making the calls and making the adjustments and then physical at the point of attack.
A kid with that size shouldn't have trouble being physical, no?
No, and a lot of that is knowing what to do. If you're not sure what to do, you're not necessarily going to bite all the time. So I think a lot of it's probably more mental side of it.
What have been your early impressions of Ja'Carri Harvey? Just coming in 17 years old, and it's like Coach Stroud just said, he should be getting ready for prom. And he's had his back and forth, but now that he's getting it, he's starting to flash.
He's very impressive. Especially for being a senior in high school, really right now. And I know. There's some days where the install probably gets to him a little bit, and same thing we just said about DJ, kind of slows him down a little bit because he's thinking, but he's going to be a problem whenever he figures that out and can play confidently and knowing what to do every snap. He's got a real natural ability to rush the passer, and he's a physical kid. He doesn't blink and put his face in the fan, so I'm very happy with where he's at.
Like with Shaq and Mike, they've been around so long, we tend not to ask about them, but how are they doing? Are they doing anything in particular this spring? Maybe that's been a little bit different than what we've known from the past.
I think they're wanting to lead more. It sounds like they're asking questions how they can lead, and both those guys are really, really impressive. They love the game. They study the game. They've obviously been playing 4 years together, but I've been very, very pleased with where they're at. I mean, they're the heart and soul of our defense, and can't say enough positive things about them. But we'll probably take some snaps away from them on Saturday, and we know what they can do. So I'm really happy with where they're at.
And for you in particular, you talked about the secondary replacing guys. To have those two guys in particular back on the side, relief or just
Oh, they help. Yeah, anytime you got your two inside backers that have been 4-year starters, I don't care where you're at. That's a huge advantage for you. And I think they're more. They want to learn more concepts, the whole general defense, where they can help out more on the back end. So that's been impressive as well. But I'm definitely happy to have those two.
Where's Gervin Hahn, his development?
Gervin is doing some really good things. He's super, super athletic. One thing, not being here last year, but what I've heard from last year to this year is a sense of urgency. He's a sharp kid. He's fun-loving and goofy, so he doesn't always come off that way, but he is very, very smart. He's always in tune to what you're saying. like I said, super athletic. Reps are going to be his deal. He just needs experience and communication.
I know nobody can win a job in the spring, but what John Ford has done, do you think it's put him out in the lead to maybe be a starter?
Yeah, I think, like I say, competition's making everybody better but him. I think Nesta's doing some really good things. I mean, you talk about Pat Bethel, across the board inside, I'm happy with where we're at, but John Ford he's just a large human, but he's doing a good job. Like I said, I can't say enough good things about all those guys inside, though. But he's definitely standing out. Like I said, Nesta's standing out. He's playing with a sense of urgency as well.
How was Coach Stroud, I guess the way he coaches D linemen, maybe better for this unit, or how do you think he can help them?
Well, I think it's just a new set of eyes on him. You know, every time a new coach comes in, I think you can, you know, as a player, you can take something maybe from your old coach, but also something from your new coach. And you know, Coach Stroud was raised in the system all the way back to his days when he played. So he's very, very knowledgeable. He understands what we want out of that position, and I think it's a bonus when kids can take a little bit from everybody.